What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. To some of you, it might feel like I took a few extra days off from uploading up to the channel this week, and that's because technically I did. But it's because we just recently launched the Slow Hands V2 pre-order. There was a lot of work that went into that. There's even more work going into the leading up to the actual launch and the deck being released. Not to mention it's the holidays, the House of Playing Cards is really busy, so got a lot of stuff going on. But I am going to make it up to you in today's episode. We are going to be taking a look at the new Shuckers playing cards by Organic Playing Cards, which is a perfect time to thank today's sponsor, Organic Playing Cards. As some of you may know, it can be kind of frustrating trying to catch decks when they launch. A lot of times limited print runs mean they sell really quickly, especially with popular brands like Organic Playing Cards. Typically every time they release a deck, it sells out in minutes online. So in order to ease some of that, my lovely friends over at Organic Playing Cards sent me an extra Shuckers deck that I'm going to be giving away at the end of this video. All of that and more coming up, but before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
Now this deck automatically is very intriguing to a lot of OPC customers, and the reason for that is because this deck kind of breaks the mold of pretty much every deck that came before it in the OPC catalog. If you're not familiar with what I mean, OPC typically does these very nice and simple casino aesthetic type back designs that have a really nice color scheme and some nice and simple artwork on the back to really complement the deck. We've seen that in different variations from OPC 11 different times until today. I know some of you are a huge fan of this change and some of you were not such a big fan of this change, so I encourage all of you to leave me your opinions, thoughts, and everything else down in the comments. Alright, let's go. The tug case is nice and simple and minimal and looks great. You can see it's meant to look like a shuck of corn, just like you would like pull it out of the ground, so it's like that skin on the corn that you peel off. Looks really nice. It says Shuckers on the top. This is done in normal cardstock, not matte, no embossing, nothing fancy. It's actually so minimal that there's no writing on the sides, nothing on the back. The bottom has some traditional OPC ad copy, and that's about it, except for this little peek at the back design that you see here, and this nice little aw shucks message on the inside tongue flap. Now we've seen OPC do tongue flap things like this before, like on the squeezers. I think it looks really cool, and I like the pun there. And other than those details, the tuck box itself is very minimal. It's just a nice green color, some greens and yellows in there. Definitely gives me that vibe of corn, which is the theme of this deck. I really like it, came out good. Alright, now something else that I really want to give some credit to. One, not only does this completely break the design pattern that OPC has used in the past, but it also is a very clever one-way back design. And I say it's clever because for people with, OCDs about which way the cards are facing, this actually doesn't matter so much because the bordered pieces of it are two-way. So no matter which way the cards are facing, if they're out of orientation, you can still fan it and it'll look the exact same, except it is a one-way back design. So very clever. It keeps things in line with the one-way back design trend right now, but also for the people that like to fan their cards and not have to worry about that, it also does some service there. Nice. Back design is really cool though. So basically it just looks like a piece of wild corn. It does kind of have this anyone worldwide checkers vibe to it, which I really like. You can see it's got these corn kernels, and some of them are blue, some are red, white, yellow. Nice and thin borders too, looks really good. I really, really like the use of the more muted tones here, like the blue is very navy, the yellow, it just looks, it's very true to what corn would look like. That's something you never thought you'd hear in a deck review. Alright, you get a nice clean ace of spades, you just get this nice and large spade pip. Again, looks like some corn coming out of the wrap. It says Shuckers underneath it, and you can also notice that in traditional OPC fashion, the pips and indices have been switched for different colors. As well, they are smaller than you would see them on like a bicycle deck. Some things have not changed though in the OPC format, and that would be the jokers. In this example, you can see that it is just a piece of corn, and it says joker in each corner. The only difference being that one of them, as you can see, is pristine, no bites taken out of it, nothing. And then the other one does have some chunks out of it, like somebody just went in on that corn. Now, I don't see a reveal in this joker, but sometimes OPC does hide reveals in their joker, so if you guys have found one, let me know. But as of right now, I have not. Alright, now in terms of ad cards and Gaff cards, you are going to get 2 Gaff cards. You're going to get a duplicate 6 of diamonds. Duplicates are super handy. I've said it a million times before. If you're a magician and you're watching this, you know why they're handy. And you get a double backer, which is also handy for obvious reasons. But if you guys want to learn some things you can do with a double backer, I do have a video here on this channel that talk about the 3 things I use them for. I should probably update that video actually. Let me know. Alright, now the rest of the faces in this deck are going to be OPC standard, which is again that smaller version of traditional pips and indices, and with some custom colors to match the rest of the deck. So you can see that the spades and clubs are done in this beautiful, beautiful light brown color. It almost looks metallic. I don't think it is, but it looks like it is. So nice. As well, you get those OPC court cards. Usually, in fact, all the time in OPC decks, when you see the theme of the deck, the court cards are also using something or eating something that is related to that deck. In this case, you see things like popcorn, corn on the cob, you even see things like cornbread, all kinds of different ways and things you can do with corn, and the court cards themselves came out really nice with those custom colors too. I think they look really, really super good. Nice. Your diamonds and hearts are still red, but they're a much darker red, very muted, almost maroon color. It looks really nice with the brown on the spades and clubs. So once this deck has been shuffled a few times, I'm sure it's gonna look really, really nice. Now, another thing that I have said in previous OPC videos, but I think it bears repeating, is that I do love and appreciate the effort that they go to make the court cards so special. So in previous videos, I've talked about how if you're gonna do a more traditional and minimalistic back design, it is important that your faces or the ace of spades or the jokers or something stands out. In this case, the back design is fairly more intricate than a typical OPC deck, but the court cards got the exact same treatment. So you can tell how much effort goes into these little subtleties, and for that, I think it's worth every dollar that you get off of selling these. Now, in terms of the paper stock, these cards were printed by the United States Playing Card Company. I believe these are crushed premium stock. They're definitely crushed, but I don't know if they are premium stock or classic stock. They feel nice and thin, very, very soft though. Ooh, I like it. Definitely, definitely crushed. I think in terms of the handling, sometimes you get lucky on the print run, and these cards definitely got lucky. They feel exactly the way that you would want a fresh deck of cards to feel. They're kind of soft, a little bit broken in, they're very dry, and ooh, they just sound and feel so amazing. Well guys, that was the deck, and as always, I want to know what you thought about it, so leave all of your opinions down in the comments. I can't wait to read them. Also, as promised, I'm going to be giving away one of the Shuckers decks. OPC was kind enough to send me an extra one so that I can give a sealed one away to you. So, if you guys want to enter that giveaway and win yourself a brand new Shuckers deck, all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber on this channel. Make sure that you are subscribed to Organic Playing Cards here on YouTube, and as well go to both of our Instagrams and make sure you're following us. I'll leave all the information that you need down below. Once you've done all of that, come back here, leave me a nice comment, and make sure that you leave your Instagram username so that way I can make sure that you're following us when I pick the winners. Another big shout out to my friends over at Organic Playing Cards. I thought this trailer was amazing. I think the deck is amazing. I love that you guys are trying to branch out, experiment with new formats and new designs. I think that's what a brand is all about, and especially a brand like OPC, which is centered around growth, and I think that that's so important. So, well done. You guys get 50 gold stars from me. Now, if you guys like this deck, and or if you just like this video and my utter charm, please feel free to drop a like, and I hope you'll consider subscribing for more awesome videos just like this. With all that being said, I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.